students, good evening everyone. So students, today we are going to do the exercises of the second chapter, that is digestion and role of microbes. In the last class I explained you the chapters, and today we will do the exercises and question answers of this chapter, okay? But before moving towards the question and answers, we will do the revision of the chapter. What did we studied earlier? Okay, so let us move towards the revision. So students, what did we study? We studied about the teeth. So what is teeth? Teeth is present in our mouth which help us in chewing our food. Yes or no? And what are the different sets of teeth? There are two different sets of teeth. Those are temporary teeth and permanent set of teeth. Okay. And when a child is 2.5 years old, 20 sets of temporary teeth occurs. Okay. And those temporary teeth are also called as milk teeth, which when you grow to the age of 5 or 6 years old, it falls off, and in place of that temporary teeth, permanent teeth grows. Okay. And permanent teeth are 32 in numbers. How many permanent teeth are there? There are 32 permanent teeth. Okay. And now students, what are the different types of teeth? There are 4 different types of teeth. Those are incisors, canines, premolars and molars. Okay. There are 8 incisors in our mouth. 4 upward and 4 downward. 4 on the upper jaw and 4 in the lower jaw. Total it is 8 incisors. Okay, which helps in biting and cutting the food. Okay, and how many incisors are there? There are 4 incisors, 2 in each jaw. The pointed sharp teeth that you have in your mouth, those are the incisors. Okay, you have 2 incisors in the upper jaw and you have 2 incisors in the lower jaw. Okay, and these incisors helps in tearing the food. What does it do? It helps in the tearing of food. Okay, and there are 8 premolar teeth in our mouth. How many premolar teeth are there? There are 8 premolar teeth in our mouth. Okay, 2 on the upper jaw and 2 on the lower jaw, and these are used for crushing the food. The function of the premolars are used for crushing the food. Okay, and how many molars are there? There are altogether 12 molar teeth in our mouth. Okay, 6 in each jaw. You'll have 6 teeth in the upper jaw, 3 on the both right side and left side in the upper jaw and in the lower jaw. Okay, which helps in grinding and chewing the food properly. Okay, with the help of premolars and molars, we can crush and grind our food properly. Okay, then what are the different parts of a tooth? What are the different parts of a tooth that we have? Those are crown, neck and root. Yes or no? Crown, neck and root. Crown is the upper portion of the teeth. The white part that you see, those are the crown. And neck is between the crown and the root of the teeth, that is the neck portion of the tooth. And down where the nerves, the pulp cavity are there, those are the root part of the tooth. Okay, the white part outside the tooth is called as enamel. The white part that you see outside in the mouth, that is called as enamel, and enamel is the hardest substance in our body. Okay, and inside the root there lies a hard dentine. Okay, below the enamel lies the hard dentine. Okay, inside the dentine lies pulp, and inside dentine we have pulp in it, and pulp is very soft and full of nerves. The pulp portion inside our teeth, in the root portion, it is very soft and full of nerves. Okay. Then how can we take care of our teeth? How can we take care? We can take care of our teeth by brushing our teeth regularly, twice a day, in the morning and before going to bed. Yes or no? Avoid eating the sweet food. Yes? Avoid eating the junk food and the sweet food outside. Okay? Else it will form plaque in our teeth, which causes, it will form germs in our teeth, which causes plaque in our teeth. Okay? So we must always eat healthy food to keep our teeth strong and healthy. We must take food that is rich in calcium, so that it makes our teeth stronger. Okay. Now what is digestive system? What do you mean by digestive system? The process by which the food that we eat are broken down into simpler form for digestion. Yes or no? And it is absorbed by the body. That is called as digestion. The food that we eat, the process by which the food that we eat is broken down into simpler form and absorbed by our body is called as digestion. Yes or no? And where does this digestion begins? This digestion begins inside the mouth. And teeth is very important part inside the mouth, because without teeth we cannot chew our food. And if the food is not chewed properly, it will not get digested properly. Yes or no? Because food needs to be broken down into very smaller pieces to get digested. Okay, after that only our body absorbs the nutrients of the food that we eat. Okay, so digestion first begins in the mouth, where the food is chewed and the food is mixed with the saliva inside our mouth. Yes or no? The watery substance that you have inside your mouth, that is called as saliva. Okay? The food first, it is chewed inside our mouth and then it is mixed with saliva, which helps in easy swallowing of the food. Then the food from the mouth passes through the food pipe, that is also known as esophagus. In the neck portion you have your food pipe. Okay? Then from the food pipe it reaches inside the stomach. Yes or no? It reaches inside the stomach, where the food is further broken down into smaller pieces. Okay? And from stomach it reaches to the small intestine. Okay? Where the nutrients of the food is absorbed by the blood and taken to all parts of our body. Okay? And there is a juice produced by the liver in the process of digestion called as bile, which helps the food to get digested in our body. Okay? After that, from the small intestine, the food passes in the large intestine. Okay? Where the food that is not digested, the large intestine holds the food which cannot be further digested in our body. And later on, that undigested food is passed from the anus in the form of stool or feces. The undigested food excretes from our body through anus in the form of stool or feces. Okay? So this is the process of digestion, and these are the organs in our body that helps in the process of digestion. Mouth, esophagus or food pipe, stomach, small intestine, liver, large intestine, and then anus. Okay, these are the digestive organs which helps in the process of digestion, and together these all are also called as digestive system of our body. Okay, so now what are the healthy eating habits? You should always eat healthy. Yes or no? So that you remain healthy, you stay strong, you don't fall ill, organisms that cannot be seen with the naked eye are called as microbes. And what are the four main microbes? Those are bacteria, virus, fungi and protozoa. These are the four different virus. Okay, and these microbes, sorry, not virus, these are the four different microbes, and these microbes has some advantages and some disadvantages in our body. Some microbes are useful to us as some microbes are harmful to us. Okay, some microbes help in the process of digestion. Okay, and some microbes may make us fall ill. Okay, so these are the different types of microbes. Those are bacteria, virus, fungi and protozoa. Okay, viruses cause disease such as common cold, influenza and polio. Okay, and bacteria cause disease such as tuberculosis, typhoid, cholera. Okay, and then fungi cause diseases such as ringworm. Okay, and protozoa cause diseases such as food poisoning, dysentery, malaria. These are some diseases that is caused by the microbes. Okay, so now let us move towards the exercises of the chapter. So students, now let us begin with the exercise. Okay, the first question is objective type question. You have choose the correct option. Okay, question number 1. In the mouth, food is broken down by. The options are drinking, chewing, sipping, none of these. I repeat the question again. In the mouth, food is broken down by drinking, chewing, sipping, none of these. So what is the answer? In the mouth, food is broken by, it is broken down by chewing. The answer is B. It is chewing. Okay. Then number 2. Food passes from the mouth through a long tube called. Food passes from the mouth through a long tube called. The options are intestine, anus, esophagus, liver. What is the answer? That is C. Esophagus. Okay. Then number 3. Useful nutrients from the digested food move into the blood in the. Useful nutrients from the digested food move into the blood in the. The options are small intestine, large intestine, liver and esophagus. Where does the useful nutrients from the digested food move into the blood? It is in the small intestine. Yes or no? In the small intestine, the nutrients is absorbed by the blood and carried throughout the body. Okay, so the answer is A. That is small intestine. Then question number 4. Which among the following is not a microbe? Which among the following is not a microbe? The options are bacteria, fungi, virus, crown. The answer is D. That is crown. Crown is not a microbe. It is a part of a tooth. Okay. The microbe that cause malaria is, question number 5. The microbe that cause malaria is, the options are protozoa, virus, bacterium, fungi. Which microbe cause malaria? That is A. Protozoa. The answer is protozoa. A. Okay. So now students, our next question is match the following. There is 2 columns, that is column A and column B. In column A, we have canines. Number 1 is canines. Number 2 pulp. Number 3 virus. Number 4 protozoa. Number 5 bacteria. And in column B, A is blood vessels and nerves. B is malaria. C is cholera, D is tearing foot, and E is polio. So you have to match column A with column B. So what is the answer of A, canines? It is D. Canines is used for tearing food. The answer of 1 is D. Canines tearing food. Okay. Then number 2 it is pulp. What is the answer of number 2? Pulp. It is A. Blood vessels and nerves. Yes or no? Inside the pulp there is blood vessels and nerves. So the answer of number 2 is A. Number 3 it is virus. What is the answer of virus? It is E. Polio. Polio is caused by microbe virus. Okay, by the microorganism virus. So the answer of 3 is E. Polio. Then number 4, protozoa. The answer of number 4 is B. Malaria. Malaria is caused by the microbe protozoa. So the answer of number 4 is B. Protozoa, malaria. And number 5, bacteria. The answer of 5 is C. Bacteria causes cholera. Okay. So now students, our next question is match the following. There is 2 columns, that is column A and column B. In column A, we have canines. Number 1 is canines. Number 2, pulp. Number 3, virus. Number 4, protozoa. Number 5, bacteria. And in column B, A is blood vessels and nerves. B is malaria. C is cholera. D is tearing foot. And E is polio. So you have to match column A with column B. So what is the answer of A, canines? It is D. Canines is used for tearing food. The answer of 1 is D. Canines tearing food. Okay. Then number 2 it is pulp. What is the answer of number 2? Pulp. It is A. Blood vessels and nerves. Yes or no? Inside the pulp there is blood vessels and nerves. So the answer of number 2 is A. Number 3 it is virus. What is the answer of virus? It is E. Polio. Polio is caused by microbe virus. Okay, by the microorganism virus. So the answer of 3 is E. Polio. Then number 4, protozoa. The answer of number 4 is B. Malaria. Malaria is caused by the microbe protozoa. So the answer of number 4 is B. Protozoa, malaria. And number 5, bacteria. The answer of 5 is C. Bacteria causes cholera. Okay, our next question is very short answer questions. Write 2 examples for each of the following. Okay, you have to write 2 examples for each of the following. Question number 1, that is food for strong teeth. Food for strong teeth. That is milk and green vegetables. It is milk and green vegetables. M-I-L-K, milk. G-R-E-E-N-V-E-G-E-T-A-B-L-E-S, green vegetables. Okay. Number 2, disease caused by virus. What are the disease caused by virus? That is common cold and polio. Okay, C-O-M-M-O-N, common cold, C-O-L-D, cold, and polio, P-O-L-I-O, polio. Then number 3, disease caused by bacteria. What is the disease caused by bacteria? That is typhoid and cholera. It is typhoid and cholera. T-Y-P-H-O-I-D, typhoid, and cholera. C-H-O-L-E-R-A, cholera. Then disease caused by fungi. What are the disease caused by fungi? It is ringworm, R-I-N-G-W-O-R-M, ringworm, and athlete's foot, A-T-H-L-E-T-E-S-F-O-O-T. ringworm and athlete's foot. Okay. Then disease caused by protozoa. What are the disease caused by protozoa? That is dysentery and malaria. D-Y-S-E-N-T-E-R-Y. Dysentery and malaria. M-A-L-A-R-I-A. Malaria. Okay, the answers are written below. You can see it. So students, our next question is write one word for the following. Okay, you have to write one word for each of the following. Number 1, teeth for cutting and biting the food. Teeth for cutting and biting the food. The answer is incisors. I-N-C-I-S-O-R-S. Incisors. Okay. Then number 2, hard white part on the outside of a tooth. Hard white part on the outside of a tooth. It is enamel. E-N-A-M-E-L. E-N-A-M-E-L. Enamel. Number 3, the soft part of the tooth that contains nerves and blood vessels. What is the soft part of the tooth that contains nerves and blood vessels? It is pulp. P-U-L-P. Pulp. Okay. Then number 4, the process by which food is broken down to a simpler form. The process by which the food is broken down into a simpler form, it is digestion. D-I-G-E-S-T-I-O-N. Digestion. Okay. Then number 5, harmful microbes that can cause disease. Harmful microbes that can cause disease, those are germs. G-E-R-M-S. Germs. Okay. So students, now let us start with the question and answers. Okay. Question number 1. What are temporary teeth? I repeat, what are temporary teeth? The answer is the first set of 20 teeth that appears by the time a child is 2.5 years old is called as temporary teeth. I repeat the answer again. The first set of 20 teeth that appears by the time a child is 2.5 years old is called as temporary teeth. Okay. Then question number 2. How many teeth are there in a permanent set? How many teeth are there in a permanent set? The answer is there are 32 teeth in a permanent set. There are 32 teeth in a permanent set. Okay. Then question number 3. Why do plant-eating animals have well-developed molars and premolars? I repeat the question. Why do plant-eating animals have well-developed molars and premolars? Okay. The answer is plant-eating animals have well-developed premolars and molars because they need to chew and grind their food a lot. I repeat the answer. Plant-eating animals have well-developed premolars and molars because they need to chew and grind their food a lot. Okay. Like the cows and the goat, they chew the food very oftenly. Yes or no? That is why they have well-developed molars and premolars, so that it will help them to grind and chew the food properly. Okay. So now students, question number 4. What is a plaque? The answer is when we eat, tiny bits of food get stuck in between our teeth, which later forms a sticky yellow layer causing germ. This is called as plaque. I repeat, what is plaque? The answer is when we eat, tiny bits of food get stuck in between our Now question number 5. Why does food need to be broken down? Why does food need to be broken down? The answer is the food need to be broken down into simpler form so that it can be easily taken and absorbed by the body. Why does food need to be broken down? The answer is the food need to be broken down into simpler form so that it can be easily taken and absorbed by the body. Okay? Now question number 6. What are microbes? What are microbes? Microbes are very small living things that cannot be seen with the naked eye. Microbes are very small living organisms, yes or no? That cannot be seen with the naked eye. Okay? So now our next question is long answer questions. Okay? Question number 1. Name the 4 types of teeth. Describe any 2 of them. I repeat. Name the 4 types of teeth. Describe any 2 of them. Okay? The answer is there are 4 types of teeth. Yes, there are 4 types of teeth. What are those? Those are incisors, canines, premolars and molars. Okay? And what does this incisor do? And how many numbers of incisors are there in our mouth? There are 8 incisors in all. 4 in each jaw. Yes or no? 4 in the upper jaw and 4 in the lower jaw. The front 4 teeth inside your mouth. Those are incisors. Okay? They are used for cutting and biting food. They are used for cutting and biting the food. Okay? Then number 2 is premolars. How many premolars are there? There are 8 premolars in all. 4 in each jaw. 4 in the upper jaw and 4 in the lower jaw. Okay, after the canines, there is premolars. First incisors, then canines, then comes the premolars. And premolars are 8 in number. Okay, there are 8 premolars in all, 4 in each jaw. These are broad teeth next to canines. After the canines, there is premolars. Okay, premolars help to crush food and chew it. I repeat the question and answers again. Name the 4 types of teeth. Describe any 2 of them. The answer is there are 4 types of teeth, that is incisors, canines, premolars and molars. And you can describe any 2 of them, whichever you wish to. Okay? The first one is incisors. There are 8 incisors in all, 4 in each jaw. Okay? And this incisor is used for cutting and biting food. Okay? Then number 2 is premolars. There are 8 premolars in all, 4 in each jaw. These are broad teeth next to canine. Okay? Premolar help to crush food and chew it. Understood? So students, now question number 2. Describe parts of a tooth. Okay, the answer is a tooth has a crown and a root. Yes or no? A tooth has a crown and a root. Okay. The crown is the part that we see, whereas the root is the part inside the gums that holds the teeth in their place. Yes or no? The crown, the part that we see, these are the crown of the tooth. Okay. Whereas the root is inside the gums that we have, the root of the teeth. Okay, that is the root is the part inside the gums that holds the teeth in their places. Okay, it holds the teeth in their places. Then point number 2, the white part on the outside of the tooth is called the enamel. This white part is called as enamel, which is the hardest substance in our body, and enamel is the hardest substance in our body. Okay. Point number 3. Below the enamel lies the dentine, inside which lies the pulp. Okay. Below this enamel lies the dentine, and inside the dentine which lies the pulp. The pulp lies inside the dentine. Okay. Then point number 4. Pulp forms the central part of the tooth and is very soft and full of nerves and blood vessels. Yes or no? Pulp is very delicate and very soft, inside which there is nerves and blood vessels, and it forms the central part of the tooth. Okay, I repeat the answer once again. Describe the parts of a tooth. The answer is a tooth has a crown and a root. Point number 1. The crown is the part that we see, whereas the root is the part inside the gums that holds the teeth in their places. Okay. Point number 2. The white part on the outside of a tooth is called the enamel, which is the hardest substance in the body. Okay. Then point number 3. Below the enamel lies the dentine, inside which lies the pulp. Then point number 4. Pulp forms the central part of the tooth and is very soft and full of nerves and blood vessels. Okay. Now question number 3. What do you understand by the term digestion? Explain the process of digestion. The answer is the process by which food is broken down into simpler form so that it can be easily taken in or absorbed by the body is called digestion. Okay, what is digestion? The process by which food is broken down into simpler form so that it can be easily taken in or absorbed by the body is called digestion. Okay. Point number 1. The process of digestion begins in the mouth. Where does it begin? It begins in the mouth. Here, the food is broken down by biting and chewing. Full stop. This chewed food mixes with saliva, which helps in digestion. Okay. Then point number 2. Food from mouth passes through thin long tube called food pipe and reaches the stomach. I repeat. Food from mouth passes through thin long tube called food pipe and reaches the stomach. Then point number 3. Food in stomach is further broken down into small pieces. Food in stomach is further broken down into small pieces. Okay. Point number 4. Food from the stomach passes into the small intestine where all the useful nutrients are absorbed by the blood and taken to all parts of the body. I repeat, food from the stomach passes into the small intestine where all the useful nutrients are absorbed by the blood and taken to all parts of the body. Okay. Point number 5. The juice secreted from the liver play an important role in the digestion of food. The liver produces a juice which helps in the digestion of food. Okay. Then large intestine holds the food that cannot be digested, absorbs water from it and forms waste called feces. And then in the large intestine, the food that cannot be digested more. Okay. Those are the large intestine holds that food and it absorbs the water from it. And later it forms waste, which is called as feces. F-A-E-C-E-S. Feces. Okay. And the last point is, and this feces are removed from the body through anus, and this feces is removed from the body through anus. Okay, so this is the process of digestion. Understood? So students, now question number 4. Okay, write any 3 healthy eating habits. Write any 3 healthy eating habits. The answer is 3 healthy eating habits are: number 1, chew the food well and do not swallow it whole. Chew the food well and do not swallow it whole. Okay? Then always wash your hands before and after meals. Always wash your hands before and after meals. Rinse your mouth well after meal. Rinse your mouth well after meal. Okay? Now question number 5. What are the different kinds of microbes? Name one disease caused by each kind. Write any 2 uses of microbes. I repeat the question. What are the different kinds of microbes? Name one disease caused by each kind. Write any 2 uses of microbes. Okay. So the answer is, the different kinds of microbes are virus, bacteria, fungi and protozoa. Virus, bacteria, fungi and protozoa. Okay. Then disease caused by microbes are: virus caused disease such as common cold. What does virus cause? Common cold is caused by virus. Okay. Then bacteria caused disease such as typhoid. Fungi cause disease such as ringworm. Okay. And protozoa cause disease such as food poisoning. Then 2 uses of microbes are: number 1, some microbes are used in making bread and bun, like bacteria, okay, the yeast. It is used in making bread and bun. Some microbes are used in making bread and bun. Then some microbes change milk into curd. That is also bacteria. Bacteria helps in changing milk into curd. Okay, some microbes change milk into curd. Okay. So students, now some extra questions. Okay. Question number 1. Why does our tooth ache when there is cavity in it? That means, why do you suffer from toothache when you have cavity in your tooth? Okay. The answer is, toothache occurs from the swelling of the central portion of the tooth called pulp. Full stop. The pulp contains nerve endings that are very sensitive to pain. Swelling in the pulp may be caused by the dental cavities or plaque in the teeth, which leads to toothache. Okay. So why does your tooth ache? Because the pulp that you have inside your teeth, when it swells up, you suffer from toothache. Okay. And this pulp contains nerve endings. Yes or no? These contains nerve endings which are very sensitive, and that is why it pains when there is cavity in your teeth. And how does this cavity is formed? When you eat lots of sweets or some junk foods and you don't brush your teeth properly, then yellowish layer may be formed in your teeth, which may later formed as plaque, and this plaque leads in the formation of cavity in your teeth. Okay. Now question number 2. Why should we wash our hands before meal? Why should we wash our hands before meal? Okay. The answer is, we must wash our hands before meals because microbes are left on the fingers and palms of the dirty hands. That may transfer in our body, which may cause infections. Okay. So why should we wash our hands? Because the germs may be left on the tiny microbes, the germs may be left in the dirty hands, in between the fingers and the palms. Okay, and if we eat something with the dirty hands, we may fall ill. Yes or no? So the answer is we must wash our hands before meals because microbes are left on the fingers and palm of the dirty hands that may transfer into our body, which may cause infections. Okay, so that's all for this chapter. So you please note it down in your copy. Okay, in the next class we will continue with the next chapter. Okay, till then, see you and take care of yourself.